like, shit, man, this is like 2 hours of my day. I'm sweating, I'm uncomfortable, this is hard, and I look exactly the same as I did 2 weeks ago. What the hell, man? This is not worth it, you know? So in the guy's mind, he literally argues to himself, all this work that I'm putting in, or that I just put in for the last 3 weeks, if these guys even, like, you know, lock in for that long, it's like, yeah, you know, 3 weeks of grinding for what you might be able to say is nothing, or potentially only maybe negatives. Like, you might be feeling kind of sore outside of the gym. It might be making you extra tired. It's taking away from some of your free time of just chilling. I mean, I get it, right? But that's where you got to go into it, or at least somebody who isn't locked in yet, or maybe is kind of fallen out of their workout routine. Like, shit, man, don't forget, this is like month by month semi-noticeable progress. Now, of course, how many months are you gonna be floating around for? A damn ton? Like thousands? Well, a thousand-ish, or something along those lines. So it's like 1 or 2 months of hard work for not really much results. Shit, man, I mean, you know, imagine going to work every day and not getting a paycheck for 3 months, right? It's kind of demotivating. So all I can say there is, shit, man, thug it out, right? There's a certain barrier to entry of working out, which once you get past the threshold and you start to notice some payback, some actual returns on your investment, that's when it starts to click, right? So that's you climbing up the hill, going up the ski lift, whatever. And once you reach that point where, like, whoa, I actually feel a little bit bigger, right? You're like Tobey Maguire from the first Spider-Man. Or if you ever hear somebody tell you, like, dude, you been working out? You know, like, just little things like that. It might not seem like much. I mean, to somebody, well, to the uninitiated at least, you know, who even cares, right? Like, these, somebody who doesn't care about working out, the idea of, like, oh, that's a really cool feeling to hear external, you know, validation that what you've been doing has been working. They don't care, you know, so these guys aren't into it. But for you, right, once you reach that point where you're like, oh, crap, this shit's been working, right? All this effort I've been putting in has actually resulted in something tangible and noticeable, and that I enjoy. And then on more like a, you know, subconscious level, you're getting all sorts of damn good feel-good hormones and everything else, endorphins, freaking dopamine, and in a good way, not like in a scrolling for 4 hours on TikTok kind of way. And once you get past that threshold, then things start to move on their own, right? You're eventually going to get to a point, at least hopefully, where the working out, it's not a chore. It's not on the to-do list. It's on your get-to-do list, right? Nobody looks at a vacation itinerary and thinks, oh crap, okay, I gotta pack my bags, and I gotta check into this, and I gotta go down this water slide, and I gotta go on this boat ride, and I gotta go sit on the beach for 3 hours and play. No, you get to do that, man, because it's fun, because you want to do it, right? I mean, what am I thinking? I just remember like some kind of analogy, whatever, I forget now. But it gets taken off of your to-do list, and it becomes something that you actually are excited for, that you enjoy, and it'll eventually get to a point where it's just what you do. You know, making gains constantly, or not constantly, but, you know, having a workout scheduled in your day, it's just a part of what you get to do, right? And it's a fun part. So that's why, you know, kind of repeating myself from yesterday. But once you get past that threshold where you start to realize, okay, all this effort I've been putting into these workouts has resulted in something. All right. Shit, man, nice. Well, maybe I should try to improve and kind of optimize my effort and get better results, you know? And I don't think you should immediately go down the rabbit hole of like, okay, I'm going to start making sure my workouts are perfectly optimized, and I'm going to do short head and long head and whatever else. Like, of course, work out in such a way that you're excited about. So if you like to look at it as that hyper analytical scientific vector of everything else, and like meso, like, that's totally solid, right? Make sure your intensity is up there. But if that's what, you know, your mind clicks with in terms of getting your training going, solid, right? I'm not going to dog on you for that. That's just, as long as you're getting pumped and you're making gains, sweet. What I'm more concerned with, though, is, okay, all right, I just had a pretty good chest day, and honestly, I didn't really get that good of sleep last night. I bet if I went to bed a little earlier and got some more good sleep, I'd be a bit more well rested and I'd have a better workout. And then I'd recover better and make more gains while I'm sleeping, come back bigger, lift harder, be tired, come back, sleep. Like, it's right, little things like that. So that's the non-flashy part of the working out, which if you can get yourself excited about, because you can kind of wire in your mind like, okay, if I sleep well, if I drink enough water, if I get a good amount of meals in, then my training is going to improve and my gains are going to improve, right? Upward freaking spiral. So that's all I'm getting at there, right? So once you get past that point of no return, as I would say, the likelihood that you're going to keep improving, right, and keep you know, kind of chopping off all the little sharp edges and crevices around the boulder of your gains, the easier it's going to be to push it. The faster you're going to get it rolling, the further you're going to go. You know, so